Well, stage 4, a little rough on me on day 2. You know, they actually dropped the water a little bit, which is one of the key things for frog fishing that will hurt you. You know, the water conditions were right, the weather was right, everything was right except for the falling water. When that happens, that kind of changed the mode of the fish. And this week I had been catching most of my fish on a frog. I could start out the morning catching a couple of the big ones. You know, I had that fish that was over 5 the first day, and I caught him on, you know, the fat frog from river to sea. And using my Daiwa Tatula Elite Series frog rod, which is the best frog rod for skipping up underneath brush, horsing those big fish out of heavy cover, teamed it up with the Zillion SV reel. The SV spool is key to being able to skip that frog, and it's amazing when you go out there and cast it without zero backlashes, teamed up with the TWS system. So 50-pound maximum braided line this week because we were fishing a lot of open water. It was just one of those deals where, you know, I was catching the right fish, just did not catch enough of them to key in this week to make the next round. But we will be off to Smith Lake, and I'll probably be breaking out Cody Meyer's versatile spinning rod next week, so let's check it out. Now that you've seen the Daiwa Tatula Elite Series frog rod work, you know, let me explain to you a little bit why it works. So the first thing and foremost is the tip. As you can see how that rod bends, it has a little bit of tip, and then the backbone is from here out, and that's key for getting that hook setting power. You need to have lots of backbone in this rod, and the little bit of tip allows you to get that frog walking back and forth. So when you have those fish, you know, in that open water, you're triggering those fish into biting. Having the backbone is going to allow you to pull those big fish out of that heavy cover and be able to set the hook. 7'4" is great for when you're skipping, or you can pitch it underhand, or if you need to make a long cast. And so those are some of the keys. You know, when you team it up with the Zillion SV reel, the Zillion SV reel for me is huge because the SV spool allows me to skip with the ease that I need to and not allow me to get any backlashes, which is a huge important part when you're out there fishing and it makes it fun. 7:3-to-1 gear ratio reel, that's enough power to be fast enough to taking one turn of the handle to get 3 feet of line up in one turn of the handle to getting that hook set, but having enough power to drag those fish out of heavy cover, which is also key. You have too fast a reel, there's going to be too much torque and you're not going to be able to horse those fish out. Too slow a reel, and you're not going to be able to catch up to those fish when they bite it and they slurp it and come at you. So folks, if you check out the Daiwa Tatula Elite Series rod and get yourself a Zillion SV reel or a Tatula SV reel, you're definitely going to improve your frog fishing.